Hi everybody, and welcome once again to TFT Tarot for Today. And this is me, Oberon, with Goth Tarot. I'm still recovering from some inadvertent food poisoning of a sort. No, it wasn't Halloween. If you read my own Facebook or have other okay, never mind any of that. Let's just get on. So today I'm going to start us off with a meditation from the Dark Light Oracle. It's a meditation and an affirmation. It's the Dark Path. By the way, this is from the Dark Light Oracle. So it's the Dark Path, number 19. Relax for a moment. I'm sorry, that's number 10. Whoops. Learning from your mistakes. I'm lost in a deep, dark forest. I chose the wrong direction. My mistake, I know. Now I'm alone, cold, and full of remorse. But blaming myself endlessly is useless. Sometimes you have to wander in a path full of brambles in order to understand where the right road lies. At times you have to get lost if you hope to be found eventually. So my dear, if you too are wandering in a dark, creepy forest of bad judgment and mistakes, don't be too harsh on yourself. Accept that you are a fallible human and that mistakes are part of any individual journey. Learn the lesson and vow to do better. This one's personal because I was kind of acting out and I decided to be really indulgent, and I made something that was ultra rich, creamy, and I should know my body has problems digesting that due to a long-standing situation. So in a lot of ways, this tells me that, sometimes I need to think about things. I thought I was just getting involved in an afternoon of cooking and enjoying it after some upset, and I lost a part of the weekend, nearly all of it, really. Anyway, so that's what we have, the Dark Path. We'll begin the reading now, and as usual, I'm starting with the Dark Design using the Gothic Tarot, and this is the overall environment. This is kind of like the tone of now, in a way. I need a little more room. There we go. So it could be said to be a snapshot of what is generally going on around us right now. The reading is intended as a collective reading, so it's not designated to astrological signs of any sort. If you resonate to it, you resonate to it. So the Dark Design is the devil reversed. The devil reversed finds us in a process of overthrowing maybe cultures or forces or ideas that oppress us or that link us to our desires that were not good for us. I could think of this just in terms of what I talked about with the overindulgent, food disaster I had. Perhaps. But for others, I think the idea is that right now is a good time to overthrow whatever in your own culture works against you. I mean, obviously, this could be a metaphor for what just happened. I'll let that go. All right. So our next card is the Dark Drama. In the Dark Drama, we'll be using the Deviant Moon Tarot. I love this tarot. I know some of my friends out there love it too. And I'm using this card to represent the idea of the Dark Drama, which is what are the influences of others. So using this particular tarot means I could be picking up on gossipy things or scandalous things, hidden things, things we need to find out, things we might not ever find out other than the cards. And that's kind of the theory behind Goth Tarot in a way too, that some of these decks, themes, and qualities and aesthetics will propel a different sense of intuition that still is structured by the meaning of the card, but maybe nuanced by that symbology that's there because of the individual deck. So what is the Dark Drama? What are the influences of other people on either the first situation or in general? It's the reversed Seven of Cups. People say it's time to make a choice, or people said that. Maybe people are also saying too, there's a lot to be done now that things have happened. And so using the Seven of Cups energy, it's time to focus on where all of our abilities, but especially our emotional reasoning and understanding, should direct us to make the best changes possible for ourselves as well as others, but certainly mostly for ourselves. So now I turn to the dark shadows. What still haunts us? What is the thing we can't get away from that seems to be recurrent in our lives and we don't know why it instills fear and an inability to feel we can escape it? And so for that, I use the Ghost Tarot. And the idea could be that if there are actual spiritual beings or ghostly type beings that maybe are doing the haunting, it could show here. But I don't gather that that's really a lot of what happens in this kind of a reading, and that indeed the dark shadows are mostly things within ourselves, whether given to us, instilled into us by others. You know, we're all susceptible to being programmed by bad parents or teachers or politicians. And so some of these attitudes may haunt us much longer than we should be letting them. What is the dark? What are the dark shadows? Even if it's only one thing. It's the world reversed. I suppose this is like some sort of purist conspiracy, but maybe what haunts some of us is that we feel like the change is never complete and we keep going on. And you know, that's supposed to be a little bit more positive in regular tarot cards. But this is the Ghost Tarot, and this is about our dark shadows, what is haunting us. And so that idea that could be a fear saying it may not be over yet. We may not have really achieved a perfection of any sort that we might have been trying to. Simply put, now is the time for us to understand the dark truth, what we must accept. The truth that we may not like, but we may have to accept, inasmuch as tarot always can tell the truth. Today this may be the truth, but if you view this video later after it's released, maybe that isn't. Or maybe just because you are you. So once again, if it resonates, take it with you. If not, I tried. For the dark truth, I am using the Murder of Crows Tarot. That's one of them. It's my limited edition that Banshee got me a couple years ago now. Been using it on Goth Tarot and occasionally on our live streams. I chose it for the dark truth because there is a certain starkness about the whole deck. It's really not very sugar-coated at all. It's definitely a Goth Tarot kind of deck. And something says one more general riffle, or what passes for that with these super large cards. The dark truth, what we may have to accept. It's the Six of Cups reversed. And it's kind of like what the other card said to me. We may have to accept that this thing never ends. This thing that divides friends and family, and that seems to be eating away at people's souls in some regards. And that's everybody. No matter how you place that for yourself. I got a couple more cards to go. So the Six of Cups reversed as our dark truth reveals a sadness or weariness of feeling that although some things connect us, like I said, blood, family, friends, there sort of is a sense of dis-ease that nothing is ever going to be resolved in a certain way. And that's a bad feeling. So hopefully this last card will be better. It's from the Black Tarot that I use here. And I'm using the Black Tarot for the Dark Twist. The Dark Twist is destiny or something unexpected, depending. Maybe they're the same. Destiny can be unexpected. But it could be the wild card that maybe you should be aware of that could change all this, or could add some other level of meaning or resolution to it. And I'm looking at myself on the monitor and I look really tired. I don't know why I don't feel super tired and dragged out, but I am still not 100%. Somehow I am drawing this. I think it's a good reading. I don't know. I hope I get some feedback. Judy Conda, I am thinking of you down there. Just a shout out to you. Hope things get better for you down there. Thank you for being such a good fan and supporter. And you too, Alba. I know you watch too. So thank you so much, guys. All right. What is the dark twist? What is the destiny or something unexpected? I don't know. It's the reverse Queen of Pentacles. It's called the Queen of Spheres here, the Black Tarot. I like the Black Tarot. The reverse Queen of Pentacles to me says there still is work on your healing to be done, or on the healing of all of us. And that work will always be ongoing, just as I've indicated with the last card. But I think it's also, the twist is that on some more collective level, we realize, let's stop playing the BS games and let's all change ourselves. And I don't know how we get the other side to change the way we want, no matter who we think is the other side or whether we think we need to change or not. But it is true. Everyone needs to heal themselves. And you know, I'm not Christo. I'm pagan, I'm Wiccan. I always liked listening to Jesus Christ Superstar back then when it came out. I was a witch back then. And I remember that song where Jesus screamed out, "Heal yourselves." In the context of that time, it's still appropriate now to say that unless we make ourselves better, we can't expect the rest of society or our culture to be better. And that's not about being a patsy, because I realize a lot of people think like, oh, you know, you're just a peacenik, Obi. You're just an old, tired hippie that thinks, you know, we can all kumbaya. Well, I still do. But I realize that we are very much far away from there. we still have to all do our own part. You know, for years and years I've been saying that even before things got to where they are, that there's been a re-enchantment of the world, and that many people around the world, or here in America, Canada, realize that the world still is a pretty magical place. A place where we can all be together and learn to appreciate the world. Because without it, what are we? All right, I'm closing. Sorry, I'm slightly gurgling there. I shouldn't say that. I'm closing with an affirmation and from the oracle. Well, it's really more of an oracle. From the oracle of the Hekatean Path. I've used it a couple times here. You know, November to me is the month of Hecate. You know, getting through Halloween, Samhain is great, but the real work sometimes maybe happens throughout November. We're clearly moving into the darkest time of the year. And Hecate's special day to some from ancient times is November 16th. I'm thinking about having a special meditation that night that I'll put on YouTube, but I haven't decided yet. There's so much going on. But I'm called to do that. So now I want to give us a final oracle. This is a great deck. I love this deck. Severity. 25. Anasa Farmadian, Queen of Witches. Anasa Farmadian. I know I'm not saying that right. The Queen of Witches. Sovereignty. Whether we walk our path alone or join others, we become our own priests and priestesses. Your power is your own personal and individual relationship with the realm of spirit and the divine. Your individual relationship with Hecate is the most important aspect of walking your path. All roads lead to Rome, but we are all coming from different places, and the journey of others, if you are moved or inspired. That said, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. And I am not firmly on the path of Hecate. I have venerated her in a number of ceremonies that I have performed by myself or with my coven when I had one. But Hecate is a goddess who calls to me more than most others. There are a few others, though, that I'm kind of multi-pantheon, so hiss or snarl if that's your thing. But I think the message here, especially in the context of all these other cards, is really some of these are things that we have to do ourselves. We have to, if we're not free, we can't free anyone else. There's no other way to say that than that. Others may be counting on us to make the right choice. I know I didn't say it that way before, but it comes to mind. The world's never perfect. I think we have to collectively figure out that we should get over that. We may have to accept that we can't change everybody and that that's just the way it is. It doesn't mean we can't still improve the world. Because that's the dark twist, I guess. Taking care of ourselves is also taking care of the world. And so, you know, it's kind of like the recent TV show, Agatha All Along. Down, down, down the witch's road. Oh, I love that song. Whether we walk it alone, together as witches or pagans, or just together with everyone, it's what we need to do. Heal ourselves. So this is Oberon saying thanks for watching, and I'm hoping to be in better shape next week, but I think the messages are clear. Take care.